Party nerds, 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 party nerds.
What's going on, people? I'd like to welcome you to our next installment in Partynerdz presents Grandmaster FAQS. And with this, I pose a question. Better yet, a dilemma that I've seen recently. Not recently, but it's come in fold once again and has proven to be a consistent dilemma amongst the MCU. That enigma is Bruce Banner, aka the Incredible Hulk himself. What I don't seem to understand is why it's deemed to be so hard to make another Hulk solo movie. Now, the last one, of course, that we had was the Edward Norton starred The Incredible Hulk with Tim Roth as the Abomination and Liv Tyler as Betsy Ross. General Thaddeus Ross was also in it, as William Hurt. Now, this brought the attention and the focus and the focal point towards the Incredible Hulk again, but we soon came to learn that Edward Norton would not continue the character, and therefore it was left in development, only to arise in the first Avengers movie. The Hulk comes on screen and it's like magic has happened again. And this is a character, of course, that every time that he appears on screen, that you were compelled to, within your own childlike qualities, to almost stand up and noticeably consider the fate of anybody that's in front of him. Probably the most destructive force in the Marvel Universe. When momentum is gained for the Hulk, he's damn near unstoppable. So we find it interesting that there is close to no approval for another Hulk movie. Now, I've said in the past podcast that, of course, Hulk is owned by Universal and therefore do not see fit a binding collaboration with Marvel Studios contractually because of probably the popularity that could happen if another Hulk movie was made. Now, something that seems very interesting is that every time we've had a Hulk movie, there's been a very highly acclaimed actor behind the Bruce Banner character, which is completely understood because that character itself has then always shown the human side of the Hulk. But if we're looking at the situation now, where he's going to be appearing in the next Thor Ragnarok movie, and we will also see him in the, hopefully, because by the trailers that have been put out and leaked footage from D23, and from San Diego's Comic-Con, hopefully Infinity War. Because if anybody has read the Infinity Gauntlet, Hulk does play a role. But we first got a taste of the Hulk in Ang Lee's directed, Eric Bana acted Hulk movie. A little bit more poignant, I guess, and a character portrayal of more Bruce Banner than the Hulk himself. Whereas the opposite then came in aroused to when the Incredible Hulk dropped with Edward Norton. It was shifted slightly, not too much, towards the Incredible Hulk. But the question that I pose is, do we really need Bruce Banner anymore? I mean, we kind of get the notation that, okay, he is the embodiment of the Hulk himself. But there's almost this, okay, we get it. We don't need to see Bruce's ass anymore. We can throw him aside and go along with the Hulk storylines. And the Hulk has some generally great storylines, and I'm hoping that there's a lead up to this, because there is a point where Bruce and the Hulk separate as far as the embodiments. Bruce becomes Bruce again, and the Hulk is his own entity. Because for all of us that have cringed and wanted things so badly as far as the storylines are concerned, Planet Hulk is one of them, where Thor Ragnarok's going to kind of give you a notation into it, but we would so love to see that movie. And World War Hulk is another one. And the two most pointed out articles about those two stories is that Bruce is rarely seen, if at all. In Planet Hulk, he's not even there. Not even there at all. He's had different Hulks arise recently in the early 2000s. One is the Red Hulk, which is General Ross, and the other one is Amadeus Cho, which is Totally Awesome Hulk. And not to mention his cousin She-Hulk, who was arised in the early mid-90s. And it's turned out to be a more driven character on her Hulk persona than Bruce Banner has been in the comics. You have no idea what the other embodiment of She-Hulk is. Let's not forget the Old Man Logan storyline, where there is the Banner family, because in this alternate universe, Bruce Banner and his cousin She-Hulk decide to build a family incestually and create the Banner Brothers, which are a wreaking havoc, Hills Have Eyes, Hulk apocalyptic, cringeworthy family. Now, these are just some comics to throw out at you, but these are also just some very, very interesting stories. Everybody, including the Hulk, knows how destructive he can be. He almost hates himself after the destruction that he causes, because he knows how powerful he is. And he sees it. It's almost forthright. That whole Lou Ferrigno, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry type deal. Because he knows, if you drive me to this point, I could tear the world apart. at any second. And it's not going to be good for either you or for me. What is it that could bring us to a point where the Hulk movies don't necessarily have to be actor driven? Why can it not be, as we've seen in Guardians of the Galaxy with Groot or Rocket Raccoon, where the character has a voice but is CGI driven? I mean, shit, the brand new Thor Ragnarok trailer's Hulk talks. I mean, yeah, he's dumber than a box of rocks, which is, we all know, that does excel a little bit furthermore in the comic books, where the Hulk actually like talks in real life sentences instead of Hulk see fire, Thor is like smoldering fire, Hulk is like burning fire. I mean, that's the Jed Clampett Hulk, the Beverly Hillbilly Hulk. That's not the Hulk in the comics now. So that's it's good to see that he's finally talking. He got a fresh fade, by the way. But if we could propel that character more and kind of ease off the gas of Bruce Banner, if there is a point in the story where they separate as entities, I would probably jump out of my chair in the movie theater to know that, like, Bruce can just go off into the sunset and not give a damn about what the Hulk does. He can sit in a lab, chill with Tony, play some cards, and just do what he needs to do. Whereas the Hulk, who has Banner-like qualities as far as his intelligence, most people don't fail to realize, he can be so much more. So much more. I mean, they're developing Groot like it's nothing. You know, it's Groot was a full-grown adult. He was a baby. Now he's a teenager, and we got to sit here and watch this guy develop and have, even though he's a part of a team, he's having a storyline. I recently read an article where James Gunn says in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie, we're going to obviously see the development into the origin past of Rocket Raccoon and as a manipulated experiment. But Hulk is just so much more. So much more. He has been one of the most popular characters in the Marvel Universe for decades. He is a carry itself character. He doesn't need to be teamed up with anybody. I mean, I'm going to enjoy Thor Ragnarok, but he doesn't need to be in a situation where he needs backup. He's never been that guy. You know, Planet Hulk was such an amazing book to read, where he was such a immovable object and is such a powerful force that the Avengers themselves, and with the help of Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four, felt the need to knock this motherfucker out and blast him off into space. Like, we gotta get him out of here. Now this is Tony Stark, Reed Richards, Doctor Strange. They are like, we need to get this motherfucker out of here because he may be on our side, but he gonna get us killed. So they throw him off into space, and then he lands on an alien world where he's taken in as a slave and meant to fight as a gladiator, a la like Russell Crowe. When I first saw Gladiator, the movie by Ridley Scott with Russell Crowe, the shit made me think of Planet Hulk to a T. You know, falls in love. Ultimately, that world where he becomes a champion gladiator and ultimately the king of this planet is destroyed, and then leads you into World War Hulk, where he finally returns to Earth, pissed the fuck off. Great, by the way. So great. I hope that you guys take a sincere look at those two comics in particular, Planet Hulk, World War Hulk. Feel free to look at any of the alternate entities, such as Totally Awesome Hulk with Amadeus Cho, the Red Hulk series where he's introduced, Red Hulk versus Hulk. You will find that he is definitely more than just the brawn and utterly pounding the earth type of character that he's perceived to be, because he's so much more. And I believe that if his character is developed, he can be almost, I can't say as popular, but if not the most popular character in the MCU. Like if the MCU has taken the opportunity to develop Captain America to the point where he is just like now the dopest character out there. When I saw Winter Soldier for the first time, this is from seeing Captain America, the First Avenger. It was like night and day. Like Captain America, the First Avenger, yes, it was an origin story, but you kind of got the feeling be like that Captain America was too lame for his own good. Winter Soldier came out, Captain America just went up 20 points. He went from shit to dope. And I feel like if it's done correctly and it's not actor driven but character driven, sky's the limit. The ceiling is the roof. All right, so that's all I have. Please feel free to comment below. You can check us out on the Partynerdz site at YouTube. Also, check us out 6:45. Just after Comic-Con, we will be starting up our new season. That's 6:45 every Tuesday on Wildfire Radio. You can also look us up on your podcast app. That's Partynerdz presents Grandmaster FAQS, and also the Partynerdz podcast. All right, so I appreciate you guys for checking in. It's been great talking with you, and I'll see you next time.
Partynerdz, 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 Partynerdz.